This video on the Unknowledgeables,
we're going to be watching Ed Sheeran Visiting Hours official performance video.
7-2, do you have forward thrusters?
Houston, I don't know.
What does that really mean? Official performance video? Kittless.
yeah, sounds like a music video, but I guess special.
He's just going to perform the song officially.
So, Inti, what do you, as a musician, think of Ed Sheeran? Is he, because he's super popular, like, do other musicians look at him and think, oh yeah, he's a sellout, he's just doing songs which are just simple and, like, just trying to get hits? Or do other musicians look at him and say, wow, that is an artist? He should be formally known as Ed Sheeran.
When I hear his songs on the radio, when I play his songs at weddings, and I do think, wow, his songs are very simple musically. His voice is nice. His voice has got a relatively good voice, but there's definitely a formula to his music that he kind of sticks to and doesn't really veer off the formulaic path that he's on. However, having said that, I did see him once at a music festival called Benicassim, which is in Spain. And at the music festival, he was just after Florence and the Machines. And Florence and the Machines have a huge band, and they make a huge sound, like Dog Days Are Over. Like, that song is huge, and they've just got, like, harps. Like, they've just got a huge band, and they've rocked the festival down. And it was dark, and everyone was drunk. And then that huge band went off stage, and then Ed Sheeran just came on his own.
One guy in a scruffy t-shirt with one guitar.
And like a beard that even your beard is probably a bit better than his beard. Like, his beard is very, very bad.
It can't be.
And his guitar looks like the guitar he's always had since he was a kid. It doesn't look like a full-sized guitar. It looks small. And yet, he just rocks. Is
it made of plastic and is very colourful, and it has a button
on
press,
it,
and it plays 3 times
Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. But yeah, he was incredible. And you can see so clearly the magic of Ed Sheeran, why he reaches so many people. Because he can make a huge sound, just him on his own with a guitar, like a much bigger sound than Florence and the Machine made. Because he's got his looper pedal, he's got such great command of his songs. They're simple because they have to be simple. Because if you use a looping pedal, the chords can't change throughout the song. He can't have this set of chords here and then this set of chords for the chorus. He's kind of just got to use the same chords the whole way through. So that's why it's simple, so that he can start adding stuff over it and never having to really change the chords again. And, you know, fair play to him. He's made his sound and he's really amazing at it, especially live. He's incredible. And I hope this is live.
I'm so excited to listen to this song now.
Yeah, let's go. Classic chords.
I wish that heaven were visiting hours, so I could just show up and bring the news that she's getting older. And I wish that you'd met her, the things that she'll learn from me, I got them all from you. And I just stay a while and we'll put all the world to rights. The little ones will grow and I'll still drink your favorite wine. Soon they're going to close, but I'll see you another day. So much has changed since you've been away. I wish that heaven were visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you'd always do say, remember that the answer's in the love that we create. So much has changed since you.
Cool song. It feels like the spiritual successor, and maybe the musically kind of the successor in terms of the sound of it, to that Eric Clapton song, Tears in Heaven. I had to look up the title.
Oh man, that's like a top 10 song of all time though. And this is
Number
this
11?
is it is, I guess it's heartfelt. I wish that heaven had visiting hours.
I guess he's singing about, I don't know, maybe like one of the apostles, like Saint Bartholomew or something, and he's just like,
I want to get some advice from
Saint Bartholomew. I'd
Bartholomew.
love to go and chat to him.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Heaven having visiting hours, I'm not sure about that. Why can't Earth have visiting hours? Like life, why can't they come down from heaven and come and visit us?
That would make a lot more sense, because they don't have much to do up there. We got stuff to get on with down here. We don't have time to take out to go visit.
Finite amount of time, yeah. They've got forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have they not heard of hauntings?
In terms of this official performance video, man, the first 4 chords and almost the first 4 tunes is the same as one of his other songs called Perfect. Na 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 na. Like, it's exactly the same structure. He has such a formula. I mean, bless him. He's trying to be, you know, really heartfelt. And I will give props where props is due. Is that the
Especially
right
if
phrase?
someone's doing a performance video. They might need the props if it's a theatre performance.
But he did the movie. Oh, what's it called? The Beatles movie. What's that movie called? Where Yesterday, yeah. So the guy that everyone in the world forgets about the Beatles as if the Beatles never existed, and the guy tries to remember all their songs and pass them up for his own songs, and he becomes really famous and he becomes like a musical genius. Everyone's like, how did one person come up with all these songs? And then he goes to he does a gig, I think, and Ed Sheeran's there playing Ed Sheeran, and there's a bit where they have like a write-off, and they go, okay, you've got 5 minutes to go write a song, I've got 5 minutes to go write a song, we'll come back. And obviously the guy who remembers all the Beatles songs comes back with The Long and Winding Roads, which is one of the most beautiful songs ever written. And props to Ed Sheeran for, you know, having the self-awareness to go, I could never write anything that good. And he says, like, you're Mozart and I'm... Who's the opposite of Mozart? Salieri. And it's like...
And yeah, and in that film, because there's quite a lot of self-awareness, because I think in that film Ed Sheeran says, I could never write something that good. I just tend to use the same 4 chords. Have you heard my song Perfect? I'm actually working on a song called Visiting Hours.
The sequel.
Basically going to be perfect again.
Yeah.
But not perfect like your song was.
The long and winding Sheeran. What do you think of his full arm sleeve tattoos? Oh, the pianist has them as well.
Or is the pianist him as well?
They're all him.
It can't be
That's
that
what's
it
amazing.
must be both him. It can't be that he got a pianist who has the exact same tattoo.
I think they're all him, and he's got this new loop pedal technology where he can loop himself through the whole song, run to a different part of the stage, and then do the next bit.
I will live
I think
like
he's multi-locating.
and
That
make
is a
it
thing
on
that
my own.
multi-locating.
I will close the door and I will open up
Yeah.
my heart.
That was Saint Bartholomew.
Everyone I love will know exactly who
I hope he's in St.
you are.
Bartholomew's Church right now.
This is not goodbye, it is just to
Wait, that pianist isn't there,
No, it's not.
so much is
I guess he only hires people with the same sleeve
since
tattoo.
you've been
Yeah.
away.
Aww. Hasn't been the same since you've been away.
So, Inti, what would you give out of 10 to this performance by Ed Sheeran and the Sleeves?
I'd give it a solid 5. Hasn't been the same since you've been away. Like, you know, I've dealt with death recently, and things like the real sad thing is that things kind of just carry on, and they really are just the same. And yeah, life finds a way, as Jeff Goldblum would say in Jurassic Park.
God rest his soul. For when Jeff Goldblum dies at some point.
Yeah. What would you give this song out of 22? One of my favourite
I
number.
would give it a solid B out of 22. Tell us, Inti, if people want to listen to more of you and me together, what should they look up?
The Second Sketch, which is a feminist podcast that you write with your friend Josie.
Yeah, it's a sketch show.
Yeah.
And we release it as a podcast. Look it up wherever you get your podcast. The Second Sketch.
Yeah, and if the audience, after listening to that really heartfelt rendition of Visiting Hours by Ed Sheeran, and they have the sudden urge to smash something, what would they smash?
Tissues.
There's a video on Kit's face. Just watch it!
This world is fucked as I think it is. My eyes are wider than a little kid. That's grown for chromosomes in order. I'm older, my focus has shown no disorder. Is this world really so crazy to trade in? Love or hate, maybe it's innate in the making of a primate.